Hello guys, how's it going? It's Sentient here. Today we don't have a normal video. Instead, this is like a recruitment video for a project which I'm gonna explain right now. So, if you've been following me for quite a while, let's say from about a year and a half ago, you might have seen that I was posting some videos about this game called No More Room in Hell, which is the game that you're looking at right now in the main screen. So, first I'm going to explain very briefly what this game is about, and then I'm going to explain the project itself. So this game, No More Room in Hell, it's a hardcore survival horror game in first person set in a zombie apocalypse. It is up to 8 players co-op, and it's free on Steam, so you don't have to pay absolutely anything to get it. The game is a little bit old by now, so it's not like the latest graphics or anything, but on the good side, you know, you can run it on pretty much anything by now. I mean, even if you don't have the most powerful computer, it should still work super well. So the game is really hard. It's really easy to die. It's a lot of people will initially maybe compare it to Left 4 Dead, but actually it's nothing like it. Rather than being like pure action, it's more like slow paced. So things like communication, cooperation, exploration, and item management are really important for this game. You probably will not make it if you just go alone and try to go Rambo and try to like kill all the zombies. You have to play very carefully. You have to shoot carefully. All the resources are limited, so this is definitely a game that requires some strategy if you want to survive longer than 5 minutes, especially because in this game all the zombies can infect you, and once you're infected you can die by infection in a matter of minutes. So that's about the game. My project itself instead was basically there were a few main points to my project. So first of all, we always had to be 8 people, not 7, not 6, not 2. We had to have a full team of 8 people, and each one of us was using a different character. That's mostly a cosmetic thing, because it doesn't matter if 2 players look the same, but since we were 8 people and there's 8 different character skins, we actually were making sure that each one of us looked different. Another important thing was that we had a mod which basically caused the whole team to die if only one person died. Now this was very essential for the way I wanted to play with, because I wanted everyone in the team to really care in a realistic way for their in-game life as well as other people's life. So you don't want everyone else to die just because you are being an idiot. So this really helps making people play carefully, and in the same way, if you're playing selfishly, for example, you are not sharing resources to help your teammates, you're being selfish, you're not caring about others, this will also actually end your game as well. My project was not just about you surviving and you making it. It was about surviving the entire team of 8 people. Everyone needs to make it alive and nothing else. We also used a specific system for dividing ammo and resources, which I called HIRM. It sounds like a made-up word, which it is. In fact, it's basically the initials of No More Room in Hell backwards, but they actually stand for something. So NMRIH is usually used as a shortening for No More Room in Hell, and my system, which was these letters backwards, so HIRMN, actually also means something, which means having individual roles minimizes need. And so basically this system involved each one of the 8 people in the team having a specific role, in the sense that they will carry and use only specific weapons and ammo types. This was essential to make sure that everybody knew exactly what to collect, what to use, and there would be no time wasted like trading, like, oh, I don't have any space in my inventory, oh, do you have this ammo, do you have that ammo, do you want this gun, I don't need that gun, blah 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 blah. It was like, I use this and only this, only for this playthrough, and then for another playthrough you can use another kind if you want to change. Of course, you don't have to play always with the same stuff, but for each playthrough we will choose in advance who is doing what, so this would be called roles. Another important thing was that these people I was playing with had absolutely no experience with this game before starting to playing it with me, so they were noobs, like no experience, started from zero, and I taught them everything that I could, and they were accepting my leadership in the sense that I will basically direct them during the game. I will be giving out guidance or tips or suggestions, or even just straight up leading them, like, okay guys, next we are gonna be doing this, or we're gonna be going there, we need to do this, you give this to that guy because he needs that, and things like that. I was the overall leader and coordinator, and I was in charge of making sure that everybody was following along, and I was the main one taking care of the entire group, like a shepherd of sorts. Right now you're seeing a playlist of all the matches that I played with this group. Actually, we were 8 in the game, right? But it wasn't always the same 8 people. We had a roster of maybe around 12 people, and like the members will not always be the same, but they will be 8 from this group of 12 or so. So yeah, you can see we actually completed many maps, and some others we didn't complete them, but we still had fun trying them. So I thought it's finally time for me to bring this project back, because it's the beginning of summer, so this is when people usually start having more free time, hopefully. And also because after the end of this summer I will no longer have much time, since, like I mentioned in some other video, I will be moving to Japan. My life will change quite drastically, so I will be probably busy with other things. I might not even have a stable internet connection in the beginning, so I think it's now or never. So my idea is to play on Sundays for, let's say, at least a couple of hours. The time zone that I think could work for as many people as possible in different countries will be to play, let's say, around 4 p.m. of London time. So now, as you can see in the screen right now, there is a list of different cities in the world. You can actually go on this website and add your own city, like if you wanna find out what time it's gonna be in your country when it's 4 p.m. in London. I will be hosting games, so I have a good internet connection, I have good upload speed, so there shouldn't be any problems with that. The latency should be very low, and I will be also having this mod, the team death mod, which I spoke about earlier, which will make everyone die if one of us dies. And I also already have some players that are interested in this project. So basically I'm looking for more people that want to participate. So the people who are interested, you can follow a link to a Discord channel that I'm gonna put in the description. I'm gonna talk to all the people that join that channel. I'm gonna be recruiting people from there. Anyone is welcome for this project, although we do have some requirements that are necessary for this project to succeed properly, and I'm gonna explain them now. Well, first of all, we need someone who can do voice chat in English. Second, well, you need a decent internet connection, because if you have still, like, I don't know, the 56 kilobits per second or whatever, that's gonna be a problem, because you might get randomly disconnected, which means that the whole system is gonna break. Like, there's gonna be only 7 people left in the group. And for this project, this is not gonna be like, well, okay, it's 7, let's just play with 7. No, that's not gonna work, because there is an entire system. It's all based on sharing resources with 8 people. If you drop one, there is like a specific role that nobody's covering. It's very important. It's not just like this is not just about playing the game. This is about playing the game with this very specific set of rules to achieve a very specific goal, which is to have 8 people surviving the map. Another thing that is important is that we need reliable people for this. If we choose to play at a given time and date, so for example, if we say Sunday at 4 p.m., we need, and you say like, yeah, I'll be there, I want to be in this team, sign me up, I'll be there, I'll play, I'll be doing this. We need somebody who actually shows up. We're not looking for people who say, yeah, I'll be there, but then don't show up, or show up late, or show up, play, but only like half an hour, then they get bored and they leave. It's like the same thing as when people join, let's say, I don't know, a football club to train and play football together. You know, when you do it, you choose to do it seriously. I mean, you don't just go there like halfway through the game or leave after 20 minutes of the game because you no longer feel like playing. If you do it seriously, and also, you know, so everybody else can enjoy the experience as well. I'm looking for very serious teammates, so reliable, punctual. So another thing is that we need people who are willing and able to accept leadership, because like I mentioned, I'll be leading the group. We need a team that can cooperate, is solid, you know, and is able to follow leadership. If you are a veteran No More Room in Hell player, I mean, if you're already good at the game, I guess those people are less fit to follow leadership, because when you're already good at something, most likely you will be like, you know, like, why do I have to do what that guy says? Like, I just wanna, like, I don't want to do that. I want to do it my way. But then in that case, things are gonna fall apart. I'll tell you, you know, if the group is not following like a directive, everybody's gonna start doing their own thing, and that's basically gonna be 8 people playing by themselves. It's not gonna be 8 people playing as a unit. It's just gonna be like everybody does their own thing, which is the same thing that already happens when you join a server full of strangers. So that's not gonna be any different from the regular gameplay. So that's not what I'm aiming for. So I am hoping to find people who are willing and capable of follow leadership and just like entrust me with their in-game life. And one last thing, because we're gonna have a Discord channel and maybe a Facebook group about this, so we're gonna need people who are at least a little bit responsive in group discussions, in group decisions and things like that. You know, for example, before each game we will be assigning roles, so everybody will be able to pick one ammo type out of the 8 main available ones. So, you know, we need everybody to like be there for group discussions and group decisions. So yeah, that's all, I guess. So if you're interested in this game, if you're cool with all of these things that I just mentioned, then jump in, join in, yeah, and you know, I'll probably be talking to you directly, and we will take it from there. We will see if we manage to get enough people who are interested in this. We'll go ahead and have a lot of fun and play this game in this way. Or maybe not. Maybe I make this video and only 3 people watch it and nobody gives a fuck. In that case, nothing happens. I will be leaving a lot of links in the video description, so you can find, first of all, a few guides that I wrote on Steam regarding the controls. So understanding the controls is like essential, is vital. You need to know how the game works. You know, it's not just, oh, okay, I shoot with this button and I jump with that button. It's, you gotta know exactly everything that you can do with every control. Everything is important. So I wrote a guide. It explains things very well, very simple. There is a link, and there is also another link explaining the system that I mentioned, HIRM, or HIRMN, which is the initials of No More Room in Hell backwards. That explains the assignment of roles, basically. Yeah, then you can also find a video tutorial in 3 parts that I made when I was still a crappy YouTuber. I guess I still am a crappy YouTuber, but a little bit less crappy than before. But anyways, you can see this video tutorial that explains all of the in-game items, and as well as like the zombie types, for example, or a few more things. It's in 3 parts, so part 1, part 2, part 3. You can check them all out. And this video, I recorded it while playing on a map made upon my request from a modder called Atheist from Russia, if I remember correctly. And in this map you can basically try out all of the items, all of the mechanics. You know, you can even try out getting infected and curing yourself, or see all the different zombie types. And you can also see me completing maps by myself. So there is another playlist. There is another link in the description to a playlist where I play alone. So with that said, I think that's really all that there is to say by now, and I hope people are interested. spread the word if you are interested, and if you want to recruit maybe like some friend of yours that you think fit the requirements for this group. And I'll see you guys in the Discord channel, and then hopefully in the game. All right, that's all for me, guys. I'll catch you soon with another video. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.